Hi everyone, and welcome to RollBound 2. I am your DM, Chas, and I'm going to go down the list and have everyone introduce themselves, starting with Groove.
Good tidings. I am Groove, and I am bound to the role of Jonathan Oneros Phage.
Alrighty, Allie.
Hello, I'm Allie, and I am bound to the role of Prince Xander.
Alright, Minnow.
Hello, I am Minnow, and I am bound to the role of Vivian Deshays.
Alright, Joey.
My name is Joey, and I'm bound to the role of Jay Elwood. Forgot his last name for a second.
Alright, Dakota.
Hello everyone, my name is Dakota, and I am bound to the role of Lysel.
And last but never least, Mickey.
Hi, I'm Mickey, and I am bound to the role of Emiko.
Okay.
I only said my bit because I wanted to remind Chaz.
Yeah, I was pulling stuff up that I needed before we started. Okay. So, where we last left off, you guys had just gotten back from your downtime. It has been a month. It is currently the first month of spring. Viron doesn't get much snow. It does get a little colder, but Viron being one of the warmest countries in Kelmra, it stays, in comparison to other places, relatively quote-unquote warm in the summer. To answer that question, I'll actually go... Sneeze. I'll go sneeze. I believe you guys met in Cyrus, which is like the start of winter. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, about 4 months, creeping into 5 months. But it is the month of Ophiuchus. It is the first month of spring. It is Ophiuchus 18th. You guys are coming back from a month of downtime. Once again, Viron gets a little bit of snow, but it doesn't stay very long. And it does get cold, but only in about like the mid 30 to 40s kind of degree. It doesn't really ever get any colder than that. So bundle up a little bit. It's not that bad. And already, even in the first month of spring, that cold weather starts to dissipate almost immediately. Still a bit nice out. It starts to rain a little bit more. So it is a cool day. You guys have started a little bit of your recap meeting at the end of last session with a very warm interaction from Jay and Emiko. I believe you guys just met at a tavern again. To meet. Sorry, I was reading something. And you guys are, passing out items to one another, catching up on things you have done. And after not seeing each other for some time, a lot of you, not drastically so, because it hasn't been that long, but, it's only been like 32 days, but you guys, some of you look a little different, with new clothes or new looks, generally speaking. I promise by next episode, well, whatever episode, I actually don't know. I believe by the time this episode airs, the channel art will be different. Y'all, I'm sorry, okay? Drawing armor is hard. Oh, my computer just made a poop.
My fault.
Damn it, Joey.
I'll take responsibility this time, but you guys accuse me of way more shit than I'm responsible for.
Joey, I'm gonna trebuchet you to fucking the next galaxy.
That's a big trebuchet.
Joey's like 50 years old by the time he gets to the next galaxy.
50? He's gonna be dust.
Yeah, the initial like launch would probably rip all the skin from my body, but it's okay.
No, I don't need it. You're all right.
No, I'm gonna fling you. I'm gonna fling you in a pod.
Oh, okay. So the initial layer of paint on the pod will be gone.
But I'm just saying, it's gonna take a lot longer than fucking 30 years.
The pod prevents you from aging, but your hair does turn white and grow like very long, and you do get a very big beard.
Fuck yeah! Wait, what? Okay, hold on. Put me in the pod right now.
That's a chest, OC?
It's also a me OC. What the hell?
No, what Alan needs to do is tie your beard hair to a rock and have that be catapulted.
That's not very much.
Oh, here, I'll actually put this in out of game. And sorry, reunited with the fucking sorry.
Mark Sluggerberg.
But now that you are all reunited, Camillus is actually going to like lightly nudge Xander with his elbow and be like, well,
Dog, you picked such a bad time to try and interact with me.
What's so funny, Chuckle Nuts?
Joey, it's Mark Sluggerberg. Oh, that is fascinating. Oh, I didn't stand a chance. The game was rigged from the start.
Points against your head.
Oh my god. Sorry, what the fuck did you say? I couldn't hear you over the sound of my own stupidity.
I said that since as you all are like meeting and like giving each other the items that you've made, etc., etc., Camillus approaches you, Xander, and kind of like playfully nudges you with his elbow and goes, maybe we can kick this off by discussing what you've been doing?
Yes, I think that would be, well, as good a way to kick things off as anybody. Anything. What the fuck? Alright, maybe I shouldn't do this. Apparently I can't fucking talk today. Anyway. Is everyone here? Starts looking around the room.
You've gotten progressively more cockney. Anyways.
It's just because Allie is a bad voice actor. It has nothing to do with it.
No, it's okay. You've kept the accent for this long. I'm fucking impressed.
I've tried. Also, my fucking throat hurts today, so... do the best we can. Shh. God damn it, Minnow. Anyway. I have, as some of you know, started a guild. And I went down to the Drake's Hold Alliance, had a few conversations with them, planned some things out, and basically, to secure the funding I need, God damn it, guys! Shut up!
Minimize the fucking tab.
Look away!
Yeah. I hate you all. Fucking can't concentrate with just shenanigans.
It's like a
going
fucking
on
Fallon episode of SNL.
God. Shut up! Fucking hate all of you. Hate you all so much. You're the bane of my existence.
I didn't even do anything.
Well, you didn't do anything to stop it now either, did you? Anyway, fucking Xander tells everybody what happened. You guys as players were all there. They fucking tell you all the situation. Going into a dungeon, we're getting some shit.
Okay. I guess I'll go next. So I learned a little bit about the phages.
Johnny's head turns to look at you. He blinks a couple of times.
Yeah. So your sister, the one we met that was a vampire, apparently not the only vampire of all your siblings. Meaning, all of you are vampires.
Wait,
Yeah.
Johnny's a vampire?
A vampire?
We've known this.
Yes, we've known
Yeah,
this.
like a dream vampire. You know, he sucks the evil out of people's dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Right, I was testing you to make sure you remembered, because I totally did.
yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, I have a lead as to where one of your siblings are that apparently is controlling other siblings. And they are also connected to Winfrey. So your siblings are working for Winfrey, so that's nice.
Oh, fuck.
Magnificent. There should be no qualms with consuming them as there was with that vile woman. Thank you, Emiko. Dearly. Let us pursue this. Winfrey for now. And hopefully they will come to light.
It's been over a month and I haven't seen hide nor hair of them. I assume that they must still be in the same location. Otherwise we would have heard tale of their moving.
Certainly. Anything else, Emiko?
Oh, Xander, I have learned how to bring
Anodyne.
Anodyne back.
Xander was taking a sip of coffee that Camelus had made him, and totally does a fucking spit take as he hears that and says, "Fucking what?"
Yes, I have learned how to bring spiritkin who have been trapped back to life.
That's amazing. How do you do it?
It involves killing a spirit and taking over the body. Yeah. But we also need a agent, or we need like something to help us do that, and going after this phage sibling will give us the ability to do that. So,
Hey, Johnny, I have a question for you. Because I'm legitimately not sure how your power works. But if we go after these siblings of yours and you consume them, will you, like, I don't know, get their powers or something?
I'm not sure. All I know is that my body tells me in every waking moment to pursue them, to treat them as my prey. Princess Emiko, did you learn anything about the origin of this evil?
well, I know there's 3 of them. The Bone Eater, the Flesh Eater, and the Blood Eater. The Blood Eater is the one controlling the Bone Eater and the Flesh Eater.
Well then, Prince Xander, we will see very soon if that is the case.
I will say, if we take care of this dungeon that the Alliance Horde, Dragon's Horde Alliance wants me to take care of and retrieve their items, I'll have shall we say, a B team for us. Help us cover more ground.
As you guys are having this discussion, discussing the things with the spirits and the dungeon, you guys are kind of like just in one of the same taverns that you've been in. I didn't listen that far back. I believe you guys just said you were meeting back up at the Silver Earring. I'm going to
I thought we went into... Wait, no, wrong campaign.
And as you guys are having this little discussion, you guys hear a knock on the door. It's very weird. It's in a very particular rhythm. And Vivian, the rhythm of this knock is one that you recognize.
I cast Fireball?
No!
It's the rhythm of the knock.
Make me
that the goblin she can see.
Make me a history check.
Natural 1.
No.
I don't know fucking shit.
Gotta know.
Yeah, you do.
I cast
I
fire.
can remember anything.
Yeah, you remember.
Can I get a third song on top of that? That's really good audio.
No. Yeah, you recall that this kind of rhythm that whoever is knocking in is familiar to you, but you can't really recall what the significance of it is. But you've heard it before.
Okay, I go answer the door.
And standing on the
using
other...
Mage Hand to open it and standing 10 feet back just because she's extra like that.
Yeah, the door opens, and on the other side of the door, at first you see this tiny orange cat who isn't translucent, but their fur looks like it has a glow coming from underneath it, with a light blonde underbelly and very wispy fluffy tufts of fur on their cheeks, but the cat is wearing a little cape and a little witch hat. Yeah, the cape looks like it's made out of autumnal leaves, and it has a little bell in the front, and then the hat is a deep orange color, and the tip of the hat kind of trails behind it, and there is it looks like a hand made out of twigs that kind of forms at the tip of the hat, and the hand on the hat lifts up and waves at you, and then the cat does a little trill before it gets engulfed in flames. And the flames raise higher and higher and higher until instead of there being a cat standing in the doorway, there is a Nekomata standing in the doorway.
A witch!
She's not very tall. She's 5'2". She has 3 little orbs that look like little flames kind of orbiting, they're literally spinning around her ears, which her hat has little ear holes for her ears to poke through. And she has very, very striking red eyes that kind of look like the color, the iris part of them kind of looks like a moving red liquid. They have an effect over them. And she's wearing a really kind of quaint outfit, a collared shirt. It's not similar to yours, Vivian, but it has the same idea, a nice blouse with a not too short, not too long skirt, that sort of vibe. But she's still wearing the cape, and she's still wearing the same hat, just now they are her size. And and you actually recognize this individual. You have not seen her in a very long time, though. Her name is Blaze.
Blaze the cat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Great. I look up and I say, did she go by anything in particular? Like Mistress Blaze, anything like that? Or just Blaze?
She typically just went by Blaze, or sometimes, they would just call her, like, sorry, I thought I remembered her nickname. I have to open up my notes on my little app of all your list of witches, because I have not introduced one in a while. I have just a list.
Chat's got a wish list.
Typically...
Mm-hmm.
Typically they either just called her by her name, or they called her, like, just, when speaking about her but not to her, just the Flame. But Blaze is fine to call her.
Okay. Say, good evening, Blaze. It's been a while. Is there something I can help you with?
She, tips her hat to you, and then the hand on it waves at you again. And she says, "It is nice to see you too, Vivian. I am actually here on favor of your mentor. Well, a favor I am giving to your mentor, and then she helped me get in contact with you. The, like, hand on her hat, like, scratches her chin for her in thought, as if she's thinking of, like, how to say this. I have whisperings, through the stray cats in the area, that you have all taken on a request of the Drake's Horde Alliance. Is this true?"
Potentially. Why? What is it that you wish? What is it you're seeking?
Well, there is something in the cave that you will be going in that I really, really need, and if you get it for me, I can do something for you.
Well, we plan on taking everything that isn't nailed down, so shouldn't be too hard, as long as it's still there. You have to remember, other people have been in there, and we're not certain as the status.
Very true. Blaze, this is the rest of the party I've been traveling with, the Silver Lining. That was Prince Xander. And just like, they can introduce themselves if they wish. What is it that you're looking for in the cave?
Well, you're in luck. I know that what I'm looking for is attached still. There is now I don't know the nature of it, but I was in contact with one of the party that went in there initially. Originally, that was my whole plan, was that they were going to get it for me, but similar to the Drake's Horde Alliance, I have not heard from them either, which is a bit complicated. There is a type of amber that in particular grows off of a certain creature. I don't fully know the nature of this creature. It's a weird hybrid between an elemental and something more draconic, but not fully. It's like a weird, mutated subspecies of an Eldios.
I don't know what that word means, but does Vivian know what that word means?
Go ahead and make me your choice of a nature or a history check.
Okay. That's a 20 history.
So, you've never seen one, and maybe that's a good thing. Eldios is basically a type of elemental monster. They look like wyverns, but they are not. Based on the gender of the monster, the name changes, so an Eldios would be a male, an Eldia would be a female. And they have different elements tied to them, and they are very dangerous. They have pretty good mastery over whatever element they have control over, and they... Again, they're not dragons, they are just elementals that kind of look like them. They are just very, very dangerous and smart elementals.
I see. And what is it that you would request from us in return? Or that you would give us to us in return?
Well, I only need a little bit of the amber that this creature is generating. The creature is exceedingly rare, but how much I need and how much this creature would give you would be, well, a fair balance, I should say. But I have also gathered that your talents have changed over time. If you get me some of this amber, I can, shall we say, return some of these talents to you. I.e., the capability to, she turns into a cat again, and then her voice speaks up at you, sounding much littler now. The capability to turn into an animal form, and she very quickly turns back, not doing the same, like, fiery flare that she did before, and also grant you the ability to regain access to the natural magics that you used to learn.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised the word travels fast.
Well, I am very close with your mentor, you see. You gave her an update and we immediately gossiped over tea.
Of course. Very well. If we see one of the ambers, I will keep you in mind. Where can I find you?
She thinks for a moment and says, there is a large embered fir just outside of the mountains. I've been making it my temporary home. With the area you're going into, if you just walk a little bit north and find that giant fir outside of the smaller mountain range that coasts Viron, you'll find me there. I have been living in it for research purposes. And
I see.
I have a map for y'all. Red dot is where dungeon is gonna be. Orange dot is where she's gonna be. Oh, never mind. I'm not using an orange dot. It's gonna be purple because I can't see orange on there. There we go.
Hey, Cheddar.
Hey, me.
Do we trust this person?
Do you want to ask Vivian?
You can also make an insight check if you'd like.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of going for. Okay. How does an 18 sound? Does that succeed?
An 18 will succeed. She does seem a little impish and a little trickster-y, but not in a way where it feels like you're being deceived. It's kind of in a way where that just seems to be her outward personality. You know, she is tricky and impish like a cat, but she seems to know Vivian and know someone close to her, and, you know, seems to be, you know, minding the way that she is speaking to Vivian out of respect, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Great. In that case, I'm going to say, understood. We will certainly keep an eye out then. Would you like any tea before you depart?
Oh, absolutely.
Great. Look back to the rest of the group. Say, I'll contact you at the necklace when we're done. And Viv will head out.
Yeah, you hear, the rest of you hear as, like, Blaze and Vivian walk off to have this little mini, like, tea gossip. Blaze just start yapping, like, immediately. Witches like to talk.
Very well, then. Turns to... Lyso? And what have you done in this month, Lyso?
Mostly
Have
just
you
strength training.
flaked the blood on that new billhook yet?
No, I was kind of waiting until we set off on an extra adventure to do that.
Very well. Without turning his head, his eyes dart over to Sir J. Elwood. And you, Sir J. Elwood?
I don't know that what I did is going to be particularly interesting to anybody in the room, but I suppose I could tell if you would like.
Blinks a couple of times at you. Blinks
Was it
again.
a yes? Alright, 1 blink yes, 2 blinks no.
He's just staring at you. He stops blinking.
Oh, shit. I returned the remains of the Scanari to his ex-wife in Stormwatch. I believe her name was Iris.
I see.
And they moved into Elitsine with Emiko's family as a sort of reprieve.
On that note, Sir J. Elwood.
Yeah.
There is something I must say to you.
And that is?
Well, at the time I had... Certainly the blood in the air was crowding my head, but I thought about it and considered it with Mistress Vivian, and he turns to you. I must thank you, Sir J. Elwood.
For?
Well, you said it yourself. One who subjugates demons and slays men after they've already surrendered is unambiguously evil. For someone as dear to me as you, to call me as I know myself to be, for Xander to return my hunger and you to return my hatred, was, he puts a hand on your shoulder, the worst I've ever felt, and the happiest I've ever been. I feel truly that I can accept myself, not as a beast, but as a monster, and the interpretation of my technique has expanded in turn. Thank you, Sir J. Elwood. Yeah, he has a genuine... There's a genuine kindness and gratitude about him as he says this to you.
Well, I'm glad that I've sort of assisted you on this mission of self-discovery, I suppose. Though in terms of your methods, was the intention of letting me know this to also in turn notify me that your methods are going to be changing, or is this just the nature of your magic and something that you are unable to let go of, so to speak?
Nay, I know now that I need not concern myself with such matters as personhood or things such as those, temperance, if you will. I will put all of my energy into eating and creating implements that will feast in my absence. As with yours, I merely wanted to express how grateful I am to you for opening my eyes.
Well, I can't see your moral compass, so I'm going to assume that it has been affected positively and move along with my day, if that is all right with you.
Certainly. Turns to Prince Xander. Very well, then. Why don't we begin heading toward that dungeon?
I think we might need to prize Vivian away from her guest.
You can join us, can't she? She's a flying broom. Oh, speaking of that, Xander, do you still have that gauntlet? That lets you summon a mount?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you. Puts it on. Yeah, summons a griffin. Yeah, and I will return it to Xander. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you guys want, we can just say that Xander, like, you know, passed it around to everybody so they could use it at least once during the downtime.
Yeah, sure.
If that's cool with Chaz.
Because the gauntlets thing is cast by
Once per
greater
day.
speed.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys want, you can all have greater steeds.
Totally.
Wait, is that once per person per day, or would we have used that and then it just like stays with us?
Well, after you cast it, like, it doesn't go away or anything. You just have a steed now. So
Gotcha. Okay. By the way, I have a name, Vitalis. Is that the phage in Viron?
No, that's well, she's in license, technically.
Okay, but I have the name correct.
Yeah, Vitalis phage is the life eater phage.
Gotcha.
Can't wait until we find the dung eater. That was a Dark Souls reference for those of you at home. Anyway.
Yeah, so... Yeah, we can start making our way over. You can tell Vivian on the necklace that we're going, and she can join us at her leisure.
Yeah,
She does.
as Vivian departs from her little tea time, and as you guys start making your way out, Blaze actually gives you a gift as you leave, Vivian. I'm gonna put it in loop real quick.
Also, did I get a fucking name for that guy that I talked to? Shit. Can't find him.
The adventurer?
Yeah.
Leo?
Thank you.
Which was short for, like, Leo Baja Waja Boo Boo or something longer, but...
Leonidas.
Yeah, for some reason I just didn't fucking write that shit down. He was a Kitsune, right?
He was a Kyrian.
Yeah.
Kyrian, thank you. I knew it was started with a K. Just while we're flying, I'm gonna shoot him a message because, you know, he's obviously gonna be part of my strike team down there. Just saying that I'm on my way with the rest of the Silver Lining. So.
Wait, we're flying now?
Yeah.
Aspen can't fly.
We would have did the greater seed if you didn't want to make one. We could have.
Yeah, Aspen can't fly and Lysol's not leaving Aspen, so.
I don't know what to do with it.
How heavy
Strap
is Aspen?
Aspen to something.
I'm sure we can fly Aspen. And like a little
It's like,
horse.
you ever seen the horses? They have to, like, fly them in a helicopter to get them,
I mean, what's the speed of the greater steed?
The Griffon, it's
80-foot fly speed.
You can just
It's
run.
only slightly faster.
Griffins are big. Put a griffin. Put a dinosaur on a griffin, it's fine.
We'll get there.
There's nothing saying that we have to fly the entire time. The advantage of flight, at least in my opinion, is that we can kind of scout out of it.
Can you summon a Pegasus with fine greater steed?
I believe so.
Hell yeah.
Although Chas did say the Aspen was getting some stuff for fighting a dragon, so maybe it can fly. I don't know.
That'd be dope.
Aspen makes the Yu-Gi-Oh evolution from dinosaur to dragon.
Mhm.
Let me see. Find greater steed 5e. Griffin, Pegasus, Perryton, Direwolf, or Rhinoceros, or Saber-tooth Tiger. Holy shit.
Whoa!
I don't actually know what the stats of a Pegasus are. I don't remember them being particularly impressive. They are faster than Griffins, but not as tough. Because they get a 90-foot fly speed.
Well,
Which technically for Jay, he can make that a 100-foot fly speed. Because of his aura.
Correct.
There we go. To say the tea, she basically gives you a little like tin of tea, and it is a citrus maplewood tea. It is a sweet but bold tea made with different types of dried oranges and other spices. This tea tin has 10 uses, and then one use produces 6 cups of tea. When spending at least 10 minutes preparing / drinking this tea, and then I put in parentheses, it's a ritual basically, you may grant anyone who consumes the tea resistance to fire damage, and additionally grants any who drinks it the ability to cast Burning Hands once within the 8 hours, and that effect does not stack if you drink multiple cups of the tea. And then lastly, it gives you the ability to talk to cats as if you were using Speak with Animals for the next 8 hours.
Hell yeah, I'll add it to my magic tea list.
Also, Chas, what's going on with the bullet? Or the bullet? However you want to say it.
Yeah, oh god, everything's going back and forth. Xander, you still have your little, like, mini space in your ring, right? Like that? We kept that even when you changed classes?
Yeah, because I stole it from Lozano.
Yeah, so... And you, like, integrated it a little... So...
I've basically just been using it as a bag of holding, to be honest. Bag of holding with, you know, that I can go inside of without dying.
Yeah, so, you know, you, We'll go back a little bit, I'll fix it in post. Right, well, before... Maybe even as you guys are, like, getting ready to go into the dungeon, not necessarily before you leave, you do, get this, like, weird feeling. And you, go into your ring to, like, you know, you just have this feeling, you haven't checked on it in a while, you know? And you see in, like, the main area that you kind of go into that there is a, like, shit ton of what looks to be, like, rock and egg pieces just scattered all over the floor. Literally everywhere. There's some other things knocked over, not broken, just knocked over. And you hear the teensiest little
Yeah, Xander's gonna go, try to find the source of this sound.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a perception check. I want you to make it as, at advantage because the path of carnage is obvious, almost.
In that case, that will be a friggin' 24.
Yeah, you, kind of start, like, walking through, but there's, like, furniture bits knocked over. Again, nothing that you've stored here to, like, keep it safe has been knocked over or broken. Like, it may be knocked out of place. And you hear the sounds of, like, weird snorting. and crunching noises. And, you know, over the downtime, there was a, at some point you got a gift basket to congratulate, your, betrothal is like, yeah, you know. Yeah, you're getting married. And you see in that gift basket, eating very specific things out of it, particularly a candle. It's eating a candle. You see something that looks a little like this.
Oh, it's so cute. I'm gonna call him Wax.
Yeah, he does have like a little bit of patterns on him. He has like, sort of like green and purple, like, tiger stripes on him on the upper part of his carapace. And his tail is wagging, but it's a little stub tail, so it's wagging like really, really fast, but it's not really going anywhere. And he also has a bunch of crumbs on his face from eating the little like bits of croissant and bread that were in there. And when you like walk up, he like very like food coma-y sits back on his butt, and then when he sees you, he goes, "Ah!" He screams.
Hello.
"Ah!" And then he starts trying to run away, but he's so little that he's not making any progress. He's like waddling, but he's not getting that far.
Yeah, I'm just gonna scoop him up.
Ah!
And say, hey, little fella.
He's
glad to
heavy.
see you finally broken out of that egg of yours.
You can pick him up still, but he's heavy. He weighs like 40 pounds. Ah! Ah!
Can I pet him?
Yeah. At first, his like big mouth like engulfs your hand, and you're like, oh no. But then he doesn't hurt you. He just has your hand in his mouth, and then he just looks up at you.
Can I have my hand back, please?
He blinks a few times, and then like, you know, your hand like wiggles or something, and he just very slowly opens his mouth like a crocodile.
Hell yeah. Man, you said he weighs 40 pounds, huh? That basket, can I, like, empty it out, tie it around me, and have him ride in it?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some blankets in there, make it real cozy.
Yeah, he, before you, like, go to put him in the basket, like, when you set him on the floor to, like, let, you know, to be able to, like, maneuver the stuff to the basket, you see him go, "Huh! Huh! Huh!" And then you see him upchuck, and the ribbon bow that topped the basket just squelches onto the floor, and then he looks up at you and starts panting like a dog.
I pat him on the head. Actually, I think Xander would cast Mage Hand and have the Mage Hand pat him on the head.
Yeah, and when you set up the little basket for him, and you put him in it, he just kind of like, he rolls into a ball like an armadillo.
That's adorable. Yep, gonna bring him back out, show my friends, and say, hey, that egg that I had finally hatched. Everyone, meet Wax. I call him that because he ate a candle, and it was really funny.
Hello, Wax.
Well, you are a naming maestro.
Thank you.
Perhaps when Vivian arrives, you can learn his disposition as well.
Hey guys, sorry I was away for so long. What's up?
Hell yeah. so glad I stole that fucking egg for you. And not that fucking lame-ass sword.
Didn't we get both? Or no, we gave the sword back.
Yeah.
I could only carry like a few items, and there was like definitely quote-unquote better items in the nest. And then you guys were like, were there any other items? And I was like,
no.
Oh goodness, it's alive.
Yes, the egg finally hatched. Vivian, this is Wax. Wax, this is Mistress Vivian Deshays.
Does my bee speak work with this? I walk up and I say, hello, Wax.
He looks at you and he says, food?
Certainly. Riveting conversation, he's hungry.
Hungry?
I give him a good berry.
He snarfs it down. Which you do see him like his like he like makes like a stank face. And he just goes, "Nah. Not hungry."
The good berry works because it ruins his appetite.
Excellent.
Because it's enough. It's enough to nourish him for the day, but it's like it wasn't what he wanted, so he's just sitting there like pissed off, like I'm not hungry
to keep
anymore.
eating.
I'm not hungry anymore.
Well, fucking go.
That's alright. I'm gonna fucking.
I'm so hungry.
I'm gonna dungeon meshy this shit. I'm gonna fucking feed him the shit that we kill.
Oh, I thought you meant you were gonna eat him. I was like, that's hardcore.
That'd be really fucked.
He like curls up. He like curls into a ball again, like an armadillo.
Right.
He's very cute.
And not terribly smart. It's going to be difficult for you to train. Good luck with that.
Vivian, I need you to share with him the evil of this world, okay? He needs to learn the truth.
What would you like me to say to him?
Just pulls out his like big book of evils. I'll read it if you can translate.
Hit me with
He
three.
needs to know.
Hit
He
me with
needs to
three
become
evils and I'll start him
radical.
off.
Huh? Okay.
Hit me with 3 evils and I'll start him off.
Yeah, Malum?
Easy. I just look at him and I say Malum. Yeah, that's not what I expected.
Oh, sorry. I don't understand, Bullet. Did you explain to him the full breadth and scale and exact measures that need to be taken to cleanse evil from this world?
Yeah, absolutely. Malum is bad, she says, in just her normal voice. And the beast understands.
Very well. Skinari?
Skinari are bad.
And vampires.
Ooh, we might want to do a little bit of nuance. Might want to get to nuance before we get to vampires.
Very well. Then taxes.
All right, taxes. Capitalism.
Alright, good start. In time,
Oh,
he will become a fine
so
soldier.
funny.
That's the book.
And then the bullet is gonna like stand on his hind legs in the basket and put his front legs on Xander's like shoulder blades and lean over behind him and just be like, Baba? And then he bonks his head into your shoulder.
He turns and looks at him and says, yes, Wax?
Bonks head into shoulder again.
That actually really fucking hurts, I'm not gonna lie.
Bonks head into shoulder again.
That really hurts. Ow!
Oh my god, Xander, you have a
bullet. The guy, the
you have a
creature is
massive
like
bruise growing on your body. Oh my god. I think you're bleeding internally.
Baby yearns for Burrow, but really he wants you to pet him.
I'd pet him. I'll give him whatever he wants. Just quit.
he like
headbutting You are
He's learned a method of
70%
using-
stone.
Yeah, he like appeased by the fact that you were petting him, rests his chin on your shoulder and starts purring, snorting. You don't really know what the noise is.
You
It
sure
almost-
you should be training him that he can get his way with violence like that?
Don't you?
Why not? We get away with violence.
Very true.
It works for us.
Camelus
Why can't it work for
walks
him?
up and goes, "He's so cute."
I know,
Oh,
isn't he
he's like
adorable?
he's
Look
like
at
a
his-
little
look at his little stripes.
bulldog. He's so
Look at
stripes.
He's so cute.
You said his name is Wax?
Yeah, he caught him eating a candle.
Oh. Was it in that basket we got?
It was, yeah.
That candle
He
smells
kinda got
so
into it.
bad.
Well, so does his breath, so it works out, I guess.
No, he's so cute. He's so cute. He's so cute. Wax's tail is wagging. He enjoys this attention.
Hell yeah! You said we've like arrived at the dungeon. I'm gonna find my guys.
Yeah, there are a few others with him that you have spoken to, but then Leo is about a considerable distance away. They didn't want to just be standing in front of the fucking cave or whatever that has, whatever. When you guys, like, approach and you're, like, playing with the bullet that's just kind of rolling and twirling in the basket, because everyone keeps going, ah, every time he does it, so he just keeps doing it because he likes the feedback. And as you guys approach, Leo stands up, but as you guys are like landing, I don't know, like if you guys have well, I'm sure you guys have landed at this point to have this little meeting, but as you guys are getting all set up and you're getting ready, Lysel, Aspen, like, walks up to you and just, like, fucking, really funny, almost similar to the way the bullet was, just rams. I can't remember if Aspen is a boy or a girl or not.
I don't recall if that was ever decided.
I think Aspen's a girl. I think it was decided. It was just
Aspen.
so fucking...
Aspen is a boy because he rammed his knob into Vivian's forehead.
No! We'll say boy for now. I think you liked... I think you said that Aspen was gonna be what you named the raptor if it was a girl, but then I was like, oh, but Aspen's such a pretty name and this raptor's a boy. And you were like, Aspen it is then!
I think that sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, but Aspen, as you guys are, like, getting ready, you know, settling up for the first time in about, like, a month, you know, for, like, actual adventuring stuff, Aspen, just walks up to you and just bumps his head into your chest as if trying to get your attention.
Were this a month ago, that probably would have knocked Lysel over, because Lysel did not have the best of strengths in terms of athletics, but I think they just kind of, like, step back slightly from the bump. What is it, Aspen?
Aspen makes, like, a few, like, clicks at you, and then, like, walks away from the group a little bit, and then looks back at you, and then walks back up to you, and then clicks at you again, and then walks away, as if trying to get you to follow him.
I'll be right back, guys. I think Aspen wants me to follow them. Oh. And then Lysel's gonna start walking behind him.
Yeah. Aspen, like, walks, like, a good distance away, and then, looks at you, and makes, like, a few, clicks again, and then, like, about faces, so kind of facing, like, to the side, pointing, his muzzle, like, away from you, and then he looks at you again, and then he starts, like, growling, and it almost sounds like he's hacking, but, like, not really. It sounds more, I guess, less sick and more, like, on purpose. And then thrusts his head forward and spits, and a line of controlled, pressurized acid comes out of his mouth.
You know, I
And,
would say something about you having some acid reflux, but I don't think that's what this is.
And it burns a perfect cylindrical hole through a tree. And then Aspen turns back around.
That's incredible, and then Lysel's just gonna hug Aspen.
And then Aspen also shows you another thing. Aspen is going to run to a nearby rock that's kind of high, maybe 6 feet off the ground, look at you, jump, and then, at first you're like, okay, not that would kill you, but yeah, you can't be jumping off of high shit. You're an animal. Animals have such brittle fucking bones, bro. You can't be doing that. And Aspen, without wings of any kind, glides down.
Did I just watch you almost fly? Did it look like Aspen was flying, or did it look more like it was gliding?
It was definitely more of a glide. The descent down was a bit slower. Clearly Aspen can't go up again, but they can but he can control going downwards.
Look, you're learning all kinds of interesting and fun things from having fought that dragon. Does Aspen have any resistances to acid now?
Yes.
Looks like you developed a bit of a thicker hide, too. That's good. I was kind of worried in that fight that something bad might happen to you.
Early.
Lysel's gonna hug Aspen. Guys, Aspen can breathe acid now.
Aspen has triumphed. How do you feel, Lysel?
I feel like we've all grown quite a bit as a party. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do in this dungeon that previous adventures have not fared well in.
Speaking of, Leo, status report.
So far nothing has come out, but the entrance of the location looks a bit messy.
I see. Is your team ready to go in?
Yep. I should warn you though, there's a weird substance everywhere. I actually got a sample of it, and he kneels down and gets into his bag, and he pulls out what looks to be it almost looks like liquid gold in a vial.
How much of this did you collect?
Just the one sample. It's really, really hot. This vial is enchanted to preserve the liquid in whatever state that I put it in there. I found it when I was traveling some time back. But it hardens after a while, this liquid.
I see. Vivian, take a look at this. Please and thank you.
I look at it.
Yeah, he will hand the vial to Vivian, and if you'd like to make me a check with your alchemist supplies.
A billion. 1 second. 24.
Yeah, so you take a look at it, making sure to manipulate it carefully, able to steadily keep it heated and stuff like that. And with a 24, you deduce that this isn't exactly gold. It is pretty close. This is actually a mimicry of molten superheated gold. And is usually the cause of a very, very potent or specific type of elemental earth magic. Be it from an elemental, a dragon, something in the form of that sort of magic. Where basically they control or expel molten gold, and when it gets on a creature, it hardens and kills them by hardening around them after burning them.
And that's what this is, she finishes explaining.
Is it possible that it came from the same creature that produces the amber?
Jess?
With a 24, sorry, I muted my mic to sneeze. With a 24, you definitely think it could be, it would be possible. If not a similar creature that, maybe coincides with the creature you guys are looking for, it could also just be the same creature, considering that from what Xander told you, the expedition in this place apparently went great right until the end.
At least that's what I believe, she finishes explaining.
You definitely know this isn't the amber, though. It is different, but the same kind of magic that might produce it.
It all coming from one creature makes more sense to me. But, just in case, we'll go in prepared for 2 of similar creatures. Alright, Leo. We're going in first. Follow behind us. Take whatever isn't nailed down.
Got it.
If you see any potential friendlies in there, try to evacuate them, and if that doesn't work, just tell them what we're doing here, yeah? We don't want to cause any problems.
Understood.
And stick together, all of you, please.
Yeah.
Alright, let's head out.
Yeah, the other adventurers nod and they start to get a little nervous, kind of antsy, whispering among themselves. And you guys continue forward, and basically this area, it is on the very, very coast of Viron. You can actually see the beaches and ocean from here. It's a little bit a ways away from the shore, but it's not too terribly far. You can literally see it from where you're at. And there's a few areas of uneven terrain and little, I would guess the best way to call them is cliffs that kind of form just before the beaches start. And you see that beneath these cliffs is kind of a opening to a cave. And it is, I have a few images. One of them is a lot smaller than I remember as I'm pasting it in here, and it looks so small, but that's okay. But to give kind of an idea of what you're looking at. Skibbity beep bop. Load, please. Load a police. Evil. There we go. As you guys get closer, you see that, similar to what Leo had said, that there is, the rocks are literally coated in this substance, and the substance has hardened, and you can literally see that, like, it is, in some parts, cracked the rocks. There looks like there was a little camp, outside. You don't see any bodies or any, like, anything like that, but you do see that, like, there are tents where they've basically been melted inwards because of this substance that is now hardened. The fire, also you can see that the logs have been basically perfectly coated in this substance, and anything has been extinguished. And you also see that there is, like, in the sand, there is a bunch of, like, not in, without saying in full detail, because it's kind of hard to extrapolate at just a glance, but it does look like there was a struggle of some kind with, like, the, tracks and kicking and the kind of, like, separation of the sand. If you'd like to extrapolate a little more, I can have whoever wants to make me an investigation check or a survival check. I will accept either.
That's y'all.
Pick them up with a survival check.
The 20 on survival.
That was with advantage?
With advantage.
Alright, 27 investigation. And then, what is that for Johnny? Is that a 10? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 10. For Johnny, that's a 10.
Okay, and then Vivian, with a 27 investigation, you are kind of like taking everything in. You look around. If whatever team was out here was attacked while they were, like, I guess, set up, it doesn't look, kind of by, like, how little supplies are here, the fact that there's no, like, you don't see, like, a burned or corroded, like, bedroll of any kind, just, like, the tent and fire setup. It doesn't seem like they were attacked while they were asleep. You can definitely tell that this was an attack, like, while whoever was here was here. Like, something came out of the cave to grab them, but they were definitely, like, up and awake, so they weren't ambushed in a way where the whatever waited for them to be sleeping, because they were not, like, set up fully. So they had to at least been somewhat aware or somewhat prepared. And you don't find any blood, but you do see that what from maybe certain glances looks like just the sand is, like, all fucked up from, like, a general struggle. You actually make out that some of the disturbances in the sand are actually large footprints.
What
wow,
kind of
look at those little grippers, she says, pointing them out.
Do they seem to lead anywhere? We follow the trail?
With Vivian's 27, you can tell that whatever this was, like, came out of the cave, there was a struggle, and then it went back in. So at the very least, you know that whatever it is went back into the cave. But Xander in particular, I would like you, really anyone can make this, but if Xander makes this, nature or survival check, it will be at advantage.
That is going to be survival for me.
Oh, you're doing advantages, right?
I'm assuming an 8 doesn't succeed, so I'm going to spend a sorcery point to reroll.
Cool.
That's a 15.
With an 18 and a 15, you both get some different types of information. We'll start with Xander's because it's a bit more contextual. Being from the Earth Kingdom, there are a lot of creatures that you know have either been brought accidentally summoned to or have literally just escaped from the elemental plane. Similar to any other plane like the Aether Spine or whatever, sometimes random gaps between the planes are filled and things just leave. It's very strange. It is the consequence of having a world with multiple planes. Happens sometimes. You definitely recognize these footprints. They look a little bigger than you would expect, but there is a creature where you're from. You've never seen one. You just know that they are four-legged, and that there's literally like children's fairy tales warning you not to go near caves in specific to avoid this creature.
I will relay that information to the party.
A final detail for Xander specifically, the reason that you recognize this, even though never seeing one, is because your mom has a crystalline cast of one of its footprints as an art piece in your castle at home.
Was the art piece labeled?
It was. Let me real quick. There we go. The title of the quote-unquote art piece was just called Arumnis, which is, as you know, what is effectively the local name of the creature. Or people call it a gold claw, but that's not as cool.
Ah, yes. These footprints, I recognize them. Mother had a relief of one as an art piece in a museum called Arumnis. Some people use Gold Claw instead.
And then, for Vivian, you actually know that you also recognize these kinds of footprints, but again, they're so much bigger than they are supposed to be. Like, the creature is fairly large-sized, normally as you remember it. It is kind of like a, from the books that you've read. You've never seen one in person, which may be good. They are kind of like, for a real life comparison, they kind of look like giant, like, Komodo dragons. Or if you want to get more prehistoric about it, Megalania. And they typically, spit out, acid. And they are... Sometimes they can get suffused with elemental energies. But you have never seen one with an elemental energy. So essentially the like information that you two are recalling are for like two different variations of the same creature. Xander knows a view of one that comes directly from his kingdom, and so it has some like weird abilities, but people avoid it so much that there are like literal children's tales and even like collections of footprints and pieces of it as trophies for noble folk. But then also for Vivian, you kind of see it as like a fabled animal that people avoid that sometimes can have magical capabilities, but also you understand that these like footprints, while matching the description, are way too big for what your knowledge knows about them. Like, they're huge. Implying, in fact, a huge-sized creature rather than a large one.
Guessing that also implies that this creature has been aether charged, eh?
Potentially. There's definitely something wrong with it.
Yeah. Gonna relay that information to Leo's team as well. I'm gonna use an ability that I haven't used since, I think, session 2. I'm going to attempt to sense nearby portals of the elemental persuasion.
In the description of the roll, does that, in the description of the ability, does it say you need to roll anything?
A constitution-based perception check, which, let me see, my modifier is +7, so it's 23.
With a 23, near the mouth of this cave, you do, it's a little bit more in, and you can kind of, like, feel its presence nearby. You do feel the presence of what normally would be, like, a sort of rift or entrance into the elemental plane that is not watched, but there's something off about it. Like, you can feel the energy, but it feels wrong.
Wrong in what way?
Make me an Arcana check.
Okay. I believe that's an 18. Let me add guidance to that. Not concentrating on anything anyway. Total of 20.
Yeah, You've never felt this before when using this ability, but you recognize the wrong feeling, which it only feels wrong in context of you using this ability because you also feel a similar energy to what you felt when you entered the Aether Spine for the first time.
Oh, fuck.
But you feel both energies at the same time, which is not normal.
Friends, we might be looking at a triple bleed point here. I've never seen one. Didn't even know it could happen.
A triple bleed point?
Yeah, so, the sort of energy that I'm sensing from this is not just, from the elemental plane, but also has the same, sort of energy as when we went into the Aether Spine. Normally, those energies are quite incompatible, shall we say. But in this case, it's possible, based on my findings, we're going to be dealing with a creature both with elemental energy as well as some Aether Spine shenanigans.
Very well. You've certainly whetted my appetite. Need we wait any longer?
Nope, I think we have as much information as we're going to get out here. Let's go in.
Yeah. And as you guys head in, again, you see the remnants of what appears to be like some sort of cave that has clearly been, I guess the best way to say it is messed with. You see that there is like old like drawings on the walls, and you even see that at that one point there is like a little bit of sand that has been dug out. And you see an open, half-broken, like, chest inside of it that is completely empty. You know, you can see the signs of people, like, exploring this area. And as you guys head further in, I would like everybody to make me a set of perception checks.
Damn, gotta move this fudge.
Oh, baby, here we go.
Ooh, that's a really bad roll. I'm assuming a 13 is gonna fail.
A little bit, yeah.
But you guys rolled 2, so... Yeah, Percocet.
Percocet.
That's a lot of party poopers. That's not even a party anymore. They're just shitting everywhere.
Vivian, what do your goblin ears hear?
Hang on, let me check. She puts her thumb in her mouth and blows really hard, and they grow twice the size they normally are. That's also how she casts Featherfall.
The force makes Vivian's broom like go up like an inch.
Did I share this story on the podcast already? The time that Chas and I had a conversation about Vivian's ears?
I don't know. Say it again.
Okay, so I had this was like way back when we were first designing these characters. Chas and I were talking because Groove had said something about how like all of Vivian's shirts must be stretched out because her ears are so wide. And I was like, hey Chas, how does that actually work? And they said goblins can roll in their ears. Like sort of like how you like do like you pull down like a blinds and like does that flippy thing. I was like, really? And they're like, yeah, no, that's how it works. And then you can like unroll them again. And like 2 weeks later, I went back looking for this conversation. I dreamed this whole thing, dog. This conversation did not happen. But I had a very vivid dream that yeah, she has retractable ears. I choose to believe.
You guys know that part in JoJo Part 5 where, like, Giorno's at the... Yeah, listen, only cool people know.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Go on, Chas. Describe it.
No.
Did y'all just cut Chas's bit fucking 2% of the way through?
Keep going.
God damn.
No, JoJo.
No, that's my special interest. I would keep talking about it.
Y'all verbally buzzard that man.
He's talking to like these guards outside of the airport, and he is turning his ear inside out, and everyone's like, "Whoa! How'd you do that?" And then,
I hate that.
Yeah, it's like a trick he can do. He can just turn his ear inside out, and he's like, and then it just goes back to normal. And he's doing it so that way the security guards at the airport don't care that he is money laundering and scamming tourists.
What?
Yeah, because the main character of the 5th part of JoJo is a mafioso. And he scams people, or he's trying to be a mafioso at the beginning, and he scams people at the airport by taking their money to drive them somewhere, and then he tells them to go put their bags in the trunk, and then he just drives off. And he just has their money.
My upstairs
What does that have to do with the ears?
My upstairs neighbors must hate this conversation because they are fucking like firing guns off. It is so loud.
Because the reason it has to do with ears is because he turns his ear inside out for whatever reason.
To entertain.
In regards to it, in the context of the scene.
Are you stealing people's shit? Hey, look at my ear.
Yeah,
no,
he really does pull out, look what I can do.
No, literally, that's exactly what happens. like, they go, hey, are you being a little shit? He goes, I mean, but check this out. And then they're like, oh, that's a neat trick. And then he sneakily gives them money, and they're like, yeah, you're a little freak. You can do whatever you want. And then they leave. That actually happens.
This is how skaters.
Real quick, and said the ear's just cash.
This is how skaters get away with graffitiing places. The cops are like, hey, are you supposed to be here? And he's like, look what I can do. And he does a sick kickflip, and the cops are like, damn, that was rad. We'll leave you alone.
Shit. You are supposed to be here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring it up.
Anyway.
I will reference and talk about JoJo whenever I please, okay? I have a tattoo on my leg. I have the certification. Hand slip of paper. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, but no, actually, Vivian's ears start throbbing and become veiny and engorged.
No! Shut up.
He says, stand back, everybody. That's not the only thing.
And,
Jesus.
We got a 25 with the nat 20 and a 24 and then a 22. So Johnny, Vivian, and Emiko, as you guys are like getting further into this cave, really at the start of it, again, seeing all the evidence of other adventurers coming through here, you do notice something strange. And and it's almost, I wouldn't say it's almost hard to notice, but maybe it is, gives you a little bit more information. You see that in random parts of, like, the upper part of the walls, not quite the ceiling, and then also at random points in the ground that you have to kind of, like, tell your party to avoid, there are random holes, like tunnels. Like, there's one that's, like, 20 feet up on the wall, and then there's another one in the ground, like, off to the, like, right, and they... I don't know how to describe this. I guess with a higher perception, there is almost... You can tell that they don't fit in with the nearby scenery, and likely haven't always been there.
Evidence of something, certainly. Hopefully we're getting closer. My hunger grows. And we will continue.
Yeah, and as you get even further after noticing this kind of strange thing, also Emika, with a natural 20, you notice that in the, I guess, shallower parts of the sand, the parts where, like, there isn't as much and there's just, like, solid ground underneath, you see that there are these weird trace marks in the sand, and at first when you're approaching him, it doesn't really look like anything, but then as you get closer, you realize that it looks like what it would look like if someone was being, like, dragged, and their fingertips, they were, like, trying to, like, dig their fingertips into the ground as they're being dragged away, and this breakage in the dirt and sand goes towards another one of these holes that's in the wall, but this one is, like, lower to the ground.
I think Emiko would, like, stop and, like, kind of follow the marks and be like, oh, someone was, like, dragged from, like, here into this hole. Should we be worried at all about that?
Johnny will send Johnny Bat into the hole to take a look.
Yeah, and at first there's, like,
sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna ready an action to desummon him if it seems like any threat is about to come to it. Yeah, continue, please.
Yeah, you send Johnny Bat into the hole, and you're kind of, like, looking through his senses, and at first you, like, don't see anything. You get about 10 feet into this hole and see that suddenly the hole and, like, all sides of it, which it's circular, so just its entire plane, is suddenly saturated in blood. Like, it looks like someone was dragged in here and then they suddenly popped. You don't see a body or anything like that, but literally you get, like, 10 feet into this little, like, tunnel, and suddenly there is just blood splattered all over the inside about 10 feet in.
Whatever creature this is, it certainly has victims here. Some of which are unidentifiable.
And as you
This
are...
cannot stand any longer. Sorry, Chas, continue.
You're good. As you're kind of, like, telling your friends what you see, your readied action to desummon Johnny Bat activates. And you see, I would like you to make me a perception check really quick in this, like, kind of, like, quick moment to see if you can extrapolate what Johnny Bat sees to trigger this reaction.
22.
Yeah, so, again, since you're looking through his view, it's almost like watching, like, a found footage film, and then suddenly the camera cuts, and you're trying to, like, see whatever someone, like, was looking at right before the camera goes out, like, you're pausing it and trying to, like, focus on it. Because in Johnny Bat's view, he's just going through this tunnel, and then suddenly you see him, like, flutter a lot faster and, like, fucking go, oh, fuck, you know, before it cuts out, and you focus and, like, think of it, and you notice that there was what almost looks like a... I couldn't describe a tentacle, but it is like a tendril of some of some form with yellow and black like scales on it that starts burrowing out of this tunnel. And then in all of the tunnels around all of you, more of these tendrils come out. I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
I don't have a map for this part, unfortunately.
Come on.
Ooh. No, we're just on the soul
Anybody-
point to re-roll that natural one.
I'm going
Anybody
to
Silver Star?
cast. I'm going to cast Starlight.
Great.
Does that add a +5 and a DA, or just the 5?
Both.
Okay. One day I'll learn how the spell actually works.
Well, Starlight doesn't have a D8. That's just Goa because Johnny is Goa. Did.
True.
Why is this combat starting off showing Vivian damage? That's not how this works.
Not after a month of downtime.
Yeah, it just decided that Vivian's dead. I don't know. That's weird.
All right, y'all. It's been a good campaign. I wish you all the best of luck.
Gone forever.
Can't believe.
I'm just
Can't-
kidding. That was a silly
can't
joke.
believe-
Genuine fall for it.
Can't believe Vivian got hit with a power word dysentery.
Okay.
Shitting her brains out.
Okay, so Emiko, you are first, and the situation is all of those holes that I mentioned earlier, any of them that are within a 100-foot radius around all of you, suddenly have these weird, like, black and yellow scaled tendrils coming out of them.
Wild. Okay, so... I think I'm gonna avoid using this item for just the moment.
What's the item?
The Shaw. I do get a D4 of light advantage, but I'm going to attack the closest tentacle to me with my scythe.
All right.
That's a 27 to hit.
A 27 will hit.
2d10 plus a d12 plus a d4. Do I have to separate acid or lighting?
Let me look. No. If you do fire, then yes.
No, okay. Uh, 22 damage for the first attack.
Alright, 22 damage is noted.
13?
Is that to hit?
Yeah.
A 13 will miss.
Okay. I will use a key point to flurry of blows.
If you hit with your flurry of blows, make sure it's 2d4 instead of 1d4.
Yes. Yes. 28 and a natural 20.
Oh shit.
D12. 2 D4s. And it's still a d6 for my hands, but that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. So my first attack is going to be for that. 19 damage.
Damage is noted.
And then another. Another 22 damage on top of that.
Let me do some math real quick. Okay, yeah, that is within that threshold. You notice that the amount of damage that you deal kind of like triggers something in this tendril, and it is going to lash out at you in response.
Okay.
I believe that misses though with a 21.
Yes.
Yeah. You see that, you know, because it doesn't. I wouldn't say it doesn't respond to the other hits, but you know, it's kind of just thrashing. It's just like a tendril. However, you notice that after like a certain amount of damage is dealt to it, it like rears back almost like an angry snake, and it tries to whip at you and wrap around your waist. But you kind of like bat it away with your scythe, and it doesn't gain any purchase. And it like rears back again. But anything else for your turn?
No.
Alright, Vivian, it is your turn.
Cool, so it's just tendrils that are coming out? We don't see a face at all?
No.
Alright. I know that you said that I had to separate fire, but Vivian doesn't know that, so Vivian's gonna fireball one of the holes. Having the fireball bead go into the hole itself, so that way it expands outward and blooms underground. If there's anything else down there, hopefully hitting that as well. But make a dex check, unless it is completely immune.
Alrighty. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, that is going to be a 25 on the dex save.
Will succeed. Do you need me to separate? Is the fire damage resistant, I assume?
Yeah, it is resistant to fire damage.
Okay. In that case, it does pass. So it would have taken 13, 18, 19 is instead going to take 9 points of damage, split between radiant and fire, already halved for the fire.
What was the total amount of damage again? I'm so sorry.
9, not very much. Then Vivian looks back and says, well, shit.
Yeah, you also notice that something happens when the fire touches it. You see the yellow parts of its scales start to bubble as if they are like a boiling liquid, and then very suddenly harden. It's in response to taking fire damage, its AC has gone up by 1.
Alright, duly noted. And yeah, she'll just make sure that she's like 60 feet back from it.
Yeah. If you
and
back
then
up,
just for the fuck of it, we'll bonus action hide. Never mind. She is not hidden.
Alright. Lysel, it is your turn.
So Lysel's seen Emika's attacks be relatively effective, like not particularly ineffective, and seeing that Vivian's fire was particularly ineffective and also detrimental. So they're going to go ahead and do fire damage. They're going to run up to one of these tendrils. What size would you say these tendrils are?
For the sake of making everything easier, and as non-cryptic as possible, these tendrils are part, for the sake of this, are going to be considered a gargantuan creature.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and make some attacks against them. Are each of these tendrils one creature, or are they like their own creatures?
For the sake of simplicity, we'll say this is all part of. They are different. Each tendril is a different target. They are all part of the same creature. So if there's an effect that targets one creature, it'll target all of the tendrils.
So if I were to mark it with Reaper's Mark, it would affect each of the tendrils?
Correct.
I think you said correct, but you cut out.
Yeah, correct is what I said.
Okay. In that case, we're going to go ahead and start attacking it. First attack is going to be a 22 to hit.
A 22 will just hit.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and Reaper's Mark that, so let's roll some damage dice. And... yeah. Roll that. Roll more. That's going to be 45 points of damage.
You said 45 or 42?
Yes.
Okay.
45.
Okay. Damage is in your head.
And my second attack. That is going to miss with an 11. Aspen's attacks. We're going to go ahead and try out its new breath weapon. It's going to go over to work one of the tendrils that's further away from anyone, so it doesn't risk hitting them. So I need a dex save from this tendril.
It is pretty good, these, but let's see. Bro, what the fuck? Not when I roll a 2.
Rolls a 2, gets a 20. Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, I got a big 9.
Awesome, that'll fail. And that's gonna do 17, 22 points of acid damage.
And how far away did you say you were staying from it?
We'll stay about 10 feet away from it.
Okay. Yeah, as a response to the certain amount of damage that it has taken, it is going to lash out at Lysel.
And then, just as a point of housekeeping, or whatever it's called, the breath attack, does that have a recharge, or is that like a once a day, once a rest kind of deal?
Oh, it does recharge. It is a 5/6 recharge. Sorry, I forgot to type that in.
That's what I thought. That's what I figured.
Sorry about that. I forgot to type that in. Oh my god, brother! I got a natural 1.
You know, it's really funny. I started listening to a podcast recently when Minnow commanded you to roll a natural 1.
No! Oh my god, this was the Minnow dice too. I'm putting this bitch away. Minnow cursed me. I don't know why you hate me, Minnow.
Dude.
Is it because of all the times I totally didn't? Because I literally didn't boot you from tabletop? God.
Yes.
No! Yeah, basically, in response to, like, the acid damage, you see this, like, tendril, like, recoil again. It almost has, like, snake-like behavior, but you can tell that this is just, like, a tendril. And it rears back and similarly tries to, like, wrap around your arm, but it just, you know, you kind of have given yourself some distance and some space, and you're also mounted, and it just kind of can't solidify the grip. And that's going to be all for that little thing. Anything else? Did you make all 3 of your attacks? Or did you not empower your mark?
I couldn't recall off the top of my head if empowering embark requires a separate bonus action or not. If I could empower it, then I would like to.
You can do it as all part of the same. It just costs a soul to do.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
So third attack is going to be a 19 to hit, so that will not hit. Actually, no, we're going to empower that with the soul. Let's see if I can make that hit. Yeah, 26 will hit after the empowering mark. Let's roll some damage die. I also forgot to roll the radiant damage on the previous hit, so I'll do that now. 52 points of damage for Lysel's last attack when accounting for the previously missed radiant damage.
Boink. Alrighty, anything else for your turn, Lysel?
No, that'll be it for Lysel's turn.
Alrighty. Johnny, it is your turn.
Bonus action, I'm gonna unmute my mic and wake up. Then short bow volley. Does a 17 hit?
No.
Does a 22 hit?
The 22 just hits.
Okay, yeah, gonna take 6 piercing damage. And how many sets of tentacles are there total? Or is this like one creature?
It is 6 different targets, effectively one creature.
Got it. I'm gonna try, so fire damage made its AC go up.
Correct.
I'm gonna cast Rhyme's Binding Ice on the Anglet so I can get as much tentacle and as little ally as possible.
If you since we're doing like a theater of the mind thing, if you particularly angle everything towards the left-hand side of this like area, you can. What is the area of effect of Rhyme's Binding Ice?
It's a 30-foot cone.
You can get 3 of them.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. So I need con saves, DC 23 from each of them.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, what was the DC?
23.
I thought you said 33 for a second. I was about to shit my pants.
No.
This would
You
become
couple
a
more
very
sessions for that.
different type of fucking game.
It become a very short game.
Yeah.
His head would get twisted off.
Okay. One of them succeeds with a 32, the other 2 fail.
It's going to be 14 cold damage on a success, 28 on a failure, and that's not actually all cold damage. But let me know if you want me to separate cold and radiant.
I do not need to. So whatever the full
Okay.
damage is.
Yeah, 28 on a failure, 14 on success.
Okay.
And does that do anything?
You do see that the tendrils on that side, the 3 that you affected, well, except for the one that succeeds. The other 2, though, they freeze in place. They cannot move.
Nice. Oh yeah. Well,
Hell yeah.
movement drops to 0. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Johnny ends his turn.
Also, we're gonna do a cool thing here. The, tendril that succeeded, but is still, like, it was in that, like, area of effect, its reach, because its nearest other tendrils are frozen, its reach has been reduced by 10 feet.
Hell yeah. Nice.
And then it is now Jay's turn.
As Jay draws his sword and is ready to fight this abomination, you see a rapid sort of shift into Jamie, who looks like she is in a heated argument with herself, because she says, "Well, I made the damn spell, let me enjoy..." Oh, never mind. And she kind of strikes a fencing pose, the cape of billowing turning into a capote of billowing as she is in this fencer's garb, the wings from the helmet shifting downwards alongside the plume to make these sort of like feathery wings on her shoulder pads. And she is going to move into the closest tentacle and try to strike it down while it can't move.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Just to make sure we don't get any like sort of advantage or anything against these enemies, do we? The frozen tentacles.
I don't believe so, because I don't think they have like any like statuses on them or anything.
Right,
I think
they're not restrained. Their movement just is 0.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, Groove.
Okay.
Yeah. Orion Smiting Ice just reduces their movement to 0.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. I also need to remove the shawl from my inventory and the urn. There we go. I don't know why I didn't do that yet. 20 and a 21 to hit.
Those will both miss.
Damn. Jamie sucks. That's the Capote billowing end of turn.
Well, did you get your extra attack from Reaper's Mark, or?
Oh, yeah.
You bring up such a good point, and I always forget about it 90 times out of 10. Just kidding, by the way. Jamie's a fucking badass. That's a crit.
Yeah!
And
Smite? Smite? Is it smiting time?
Smite. You know we're gonna smite.
Jamie just smite.
Smite.
Third level smite would
That
be...
was a really good joke, Dakota.
Thank you.
A third level smite would be 4d8s, right?
Yes, unless
think
it's
so.
an undead, in which case it'd be 5.
Right, but I don't think this is an undead.
Or a fiend.
And then...
Why are you a fiend?
Oh my god.
You can't just
You're
ask
not.
people why they're
You can't
fiends.
just ask people why they're fiends.
Wow, this is a lot of damage for one hit.
Don't forget Silver Starlight either.
Paladin.
Don't worry, I didn't.
Paladin.
That's 101 points of damage.
Ah! You know, I never thought of what happened if the damage threshold that triggered this is triggered multiple times in one hit. I think we're gonna keep it at just once. I thought that this question would happen sooner, but yeah, this creature, at taking the damage, with it, taking a damage over a certain amount of threshold is going to lash out at you. Which, movement speed is 0. That is a crit.
Oh, I'm immune to those.
So, never mind. If you don't want to be hit, I can still sit where barbs. I forgot.
Blade of Isis, baby! It doesn't matter to me either way. Well, okay, so would a natural 20...
You don't take the
I guess
double
it would still
damage, but
hit
it still automatically hits you though.
Yeah, that was the part that I was trying to remember, is if it was still an automatic hit, even if I was immune to crits, and I think the answer to that is still yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Is Jay within range of Lysel?
If he's attacking one of the frozen ones, if your range is just 10 feet, no.
Okay.
I don't know if you got one of them. We gotta give you one of them range upgrades. So are we silvery barbsings or not?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it, why not? Yeah, I feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't want Jay to feel unloved. Or Jamie, apologies.
Save the paladin.
Don't forget your fucking temp HP, Sir Elwood.
Okay,
Don't
so
worry, I didn't.
that is a 28 to hit, but it is no longer a crit. Which does mean that this effect that it's about to place on you now needs a saving throw, because if it crits, it doesn't need one.
Excuse me?
Hey Jay, can you make me an athletics check while I roll this damage?
You asked the Glory Paladin to make an athletics check? Okay.
I did.
How does a 31 strike your fancy?
A 31 succeeds and you don't get pulled into a hole.
What if he wants to get pulled into the hole?
He doesn't.
So sad.
That is going to be 32 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so that 20 HP, that 20 temp HP basically just doesn't fucking exist. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, so basically you fucking strike this thing very ferociously. There is a flash of radiant light, and then the tendril like rears back, and it like raises above you and then slams down. Again, almost like the movement, almost like the crack of a whip. And it, you feel it like slam into your chest, and then it wraps around you, trying to wrangle you into the hole, but you are, you gain the upper hand, basically, and you kind of, like, adjust yourself and force it not to pull you in, and then it rears back and away from you. Which is funny, because its movement speed is 0, so if it had gotten the hold, it wouldn't have really pulled you anywhere, it would have just held you there. Yeah. So it tries to, like, wrap around you, and then just kind of doesn't go anywhere after that. After it unwraps, it's just sitting there like, oh yeah. Anything else for your turn, Jay?
It didn't deal any elemental damage to me, did it?
Nope, just bludgeoning. Magical bludgeoning.
Then yeah, we're just gonna enter in there.
Alright, Xander, it is your turn.
Okay. Question for the team. Do we have any silvery barbs available?
Yeah, for sure. I was within 60 feet.
Okay. Then I'm gonna try this. You said these tentacles are all attached to the same creature, right? Well,
correct.
I would like it to make a Constitution saving throw against Vortex Warp. I'm going to drag it out.
Whoa.
DC is 19.
It is...
And you know what? Just for fun, I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to make it roll with disadvantage.
Okay, second roll is higher. That is going to be a 25 con save.
Silvery barbs.
Rolling again. You know what? We'll use the fancy metal die.
You should use my die.
No.
I agree with that.
Me too. Here we vote.
No. You don't know what d20s I got. You don't know where I've been. You don't know what dice I've collected.
You should use the D20 I gave you.
That's in my dice bag.
Uh-oh. I'm surprised you still have it. I gave you that like 6 years ago.
Of course I would keep it. Oh yeah, look at this die that Joey gave me. Yoink. Throw it.
No, I mean like because I'm so quick to lose tiny things.
Valid. I did lose some of that set. I think the only part of it I have is the d20.
That makes sense.
During my move. The second one is going to be a 20.
Silvery barbs.
Okay, now we gotta use a different d20. Okay, I think I'm gonna
use mine.
No.
It could be its redemption.
Roll a 1, bitch.
My advantage is going. My advantage is going to Lysel.
Oh shit! Yeah, mine's going to.
You know what? I'm gonna use.
Xander.
I'm gonna use my Douglas d20.
Giving it to Xander while it's his turn is really funny.
He's got the big spell, concentrating.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I'm so fucking scared right now.
You should be.
Roll.
Did you say 22 hits this thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Hi, Chihuahua. That's a 27.
Oh no.
Hey, Content creators on YouTube who say they hate this spell because it's overpowered, you guys are fucking morons. And I said it.
Yeah.
There are people that think that.
Roll again. Okay, I'll just roll higher.
I know you got it, didn't you?
I already used mine.
Oh, really? Fuck.
I decritted Jay.
Which
The dream is dead.
Yeah, I will say, when this spell, like, when it tries to, like, affect the creature, the entire, like, area around you guys, like, the entire, like, cave system, shudders for a second. And some, like, sand sprinkles down from the ceiling.
I didn't like that.
Nice. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on the tentacle that didn't get frozen by Rhyme's Binding Ice.
Bet.
Spending 2 sorcery points to quicken spell.
Is that a save from me?
Yeah, it's a wisdom save. DC 19.
Ow. Okay.
Holy.
Hiya! I got a 12.
You got a 12.
I
Alright.
got a 12.
Thank fuck, because if you had succeeded on that one too, I would have been very sad.
Big 12.
Do you need me to separate Radiant and Necrotic?
Nor!
Cool, that's gonna be 30 points of damage.
Sweet. And, oh my god, actually, holy shit. You said 30?
I did.
Yeah, when that, like, necrotic energy hits this tendril, for one, the tip of that tendril, like, rots off, and the rest of the tendrils that aren't frozen in place kind of, like, start to writhe and wriggle, and they are going to recede back into the tunnels. And you all hear it, this very low and loud and rumbling noise that, like, sounds like a large creature, like, I guess, shouting or roaring or making a noise. I don't know how to describe the noise. That sounds like it's really, really far away.
Lovely. That is the end of my turn.
When the tendrils recede, except for the other two. Oh, I guess the other two, since those don't get to leave, we can fucking bap them. Yeah, but the rest of the tendrils, one of them has basically broken off and rotted away, and then the only two remaining are the ones that were frozen by Rhyme's Binding Ice. It is now the tendrils' turn. The one nearest to Jay is going to attack Jay.
Great.
Bam! That is going to be a 29 to hit.
Yup.
Who would have thunk that hits, huh? That is going to be 23 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
How many? 23?
23.
There's 69 HP.
The... Nice. The second tendril is also going to make an attack at Jay, because Jay is the only person within range of it. Because it can't move. but I don't believe a 21 hits you.
Sure doesn't.
Oh, I'm so sorry. For the first one, can you make me an athletics check real quick?
Yeah, you got it. 26.
Yeah, that succeeds. So similar thing, it like wraps around you and then tries to like constrict you, but doesn't do so. Both of the remaining tendrils have made their attacks. That means we are top of the round. Emiko, these two tendrils are on the opposite side of the room. They're like 40 feet away. I don't think you have any trouble getting that far.
Well, I'm gonna run up and maneuver myself in front of Jay, and I am going to go, hey, I'm spending 3 key points here. So my first attack was a natural 20. My second attack was a 25. My extra attack from the Reaper's Mark was a 23. My extra attack from my Hands of Radiant Light ability was a 28. All the damage totaled up is 146 damage.
Hell yeah.
Still alive?
That tendril, so since it's like frozen in place, and it's kind of like covered in this ice, with barely enough mobility to like strike out, you slice, at this tendril and you cut it clean off, and with all of your acid damage, you, in a kind of gross way, quote unquote, perfectly cook it.
Okay.
And it falls to the ground sizzling.
Okay. To the other one with my bonus action flurry of blows. You said a 22 does hit.
A 22 does hit.
Okay, and then a 23 for a total of 71 damage.
Yeah, and a similar effect to the other one. It is frozen in place. Are you using like the glaive?
For these attacks, I was using my skates.
Okay. Yeah, you fucking literally raise your fucking leg and stomp on the other one and basically use the blade of the skate to fucking cleave it. Cleave whatever is like revealed of it out of the tunnel into 2. And it kind of like wiggles for a second, even though it has been bisected before dropping.
There we go.
And we are out of initiative.
We turned the monk into a Gatling gun.
Good.
You guys really did buff the hell out of Emiko on this fucking short rest, or this fucking short break.
The downtime.
Everyone said, "Hey, Mickey, remember when you felt like Bambi didn't do much in combat, and it made you sad? You are a Swiss Army knife of death."
Emiko is like a shuriken, but every edge of the blade is a different stylized blade.
Yep.
Oh, that's
also like a boomerang.
That's a mambele, I think is what that's called. Let me find it.
Because she has her blades, she has the fucking great scythe now, and she has her chain scythes. She also has like a whole bunch of like knives and like axes, but she doesn't use those typically. Oh, wow.
Just wait till you get Accent Surge.
That's one of the reasons why I took Fighter!
Emiko's gonna go sicko mode. Also,
one more level and we can do it all again.
Especially with this fucking haste shawl that she just got.
Hell yeah.
Yum. does anyone want to take a closer look at these tendrils? I know I left basically right when we got out of initiative.
Yeah, absolutely. Johnny will go up and start sniffing one.
I will assist. Not sniffing, but just other ways.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a survival check.
Hamster rise.
That is a 26 with a natural 20.
Damn.
20.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so...
I'm sleeping. It's fine, just go ahead.
With a natural 20, you take a look at these and you're kind of like glancing over them, and they've also have gotten like smaller in the last few seconds, like they're shriveling up a little bit. You see that they are covered in scales. These look less like tendrils now that they're not moving and attacking you, and they literally look like, I guess the best way to describe it is like reptilian tails. And they are behaving in the way that like the extremities behave when like you cut off a lizard's tail.
Interesting.
They're rattling and shit.
Yeah, they're definitely unresponsive, but they are like wiggling a little bit and they respond to stimuli, sort of. But after a few moments pass, the wriggling stops. And they are fairly large, and they do have like flesh underneath the scales. These are definitely like living parts of a living organism. And they also, the scales also partially look like they almost look like rocks. Not quite, it's kind of like a blend. Like some parts of it look almost like rock-like or mineral-like, and then the others just look like regular, like fleshy, like scales that you would find on a reptilian creature.
Interesting. What do you make of this, Mr. Ciciers?
Do I make anything particularly noteworthy about it?
You can extrapolate a few things. If it does behave like a lizard, these tails can probably grow back. Also, this creature might have multiple tails and ways to control them.
Okay. Can I, you said there was like that little like us packet basically that melted and turned into better AC. Can I like extract those off of these tendrils?
Yeah, go
Sorry,
ahead
I said
and...
us pocket every way, by the way, to everybody.
Go ahead and make me a, you can make your choices you can make another survival check for me, or you can use your alchemist supplies at advantage, but it'll have a slightly higher DC to meet.
That's fine, we're gonna do that. Can I get a help or guidance from Johnny?
Of course.
I rolled like trash though, unfortunately. 18.
Does that succeed?
An 18 does not succeed.
You can spend a sorcery point to reroll.
I sure can. Yeah, let me do that.
Come on, baby.
Oh, much better. 29.
A 29 definitely succeeds. Basically, you can see that there are these underneath the scales, like not the parts where there's rock, but the part where it is just flesh, so in like the yellow parts of it, you see that underneath the layer of scales, in between, it's like regular, more fleshy, tender skin, and underneath the scales there is a thin membrane that more clearly separates them, and there are these pockets of the fluid, and they are very, very hot, and you're guessing that they react to excessive heat, like fire, to basically disperse and protect the creature.
Got it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull those out, going to take out my water skin, pour out some water, use control water to essentially do like a water-cooled like PC inside my bag to let these cool down inside of the bag.
Yeah, absolutely. And you were able to extract these weird, like, sacks of fluid. You get about 4 of them.
4, what should I call these in my notes?
Call them Aurum sacks. Like...
Aurum sacks?
I'll put it in chat.
Aurum Sacks sounds like a law firm. Aurum and Sacks, LLC.
That was good, Minnow. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for. Hard-hitting legal humor.
I'm not a paralegal.
Not a paralegal.
Yeah, and you find a way to safely put them into the bag. Sorry, I thought I was about to sneeze again. And are we good to continue? Is there anything else y'all want to look into for them?
No.
Sweet.
Nope.
Yeah, so you guys start moving forward, and you see more of these holes in the walls, but nothing else, like, pops out for the time being. I would like everybody to make me, real quick, another round of perception checks.
We've delved into the P words that don't sound like P words.
Like urine.
No.
That was really quick. Thank you. Good shit.
Okay, we got a 20, we got a 19, we got a 25, we got a 17. Okay, so pretty much everyone except for Jay and Emiko, you guys are walking and there starts to be a more presence of this, like, fluid everywhere. Most of it has hardened at this rate, sometimes in weird, like, formations that almost look like crystalline or like waves of liquid suspended in time and space, but really it's just they were hardened in like a splashing state, which kind of obstructs the vision. Johnny notices it first, but you notice that there is a part of this cave that looks like it has been basically not victim of, that's like, it's not hurt, it's a cave, has basically faced the result of a cave-in on one side. It looks like the sudden, like, bursts of this fluid have caused a weak point of the cave to fall in on itself, revealing another way forward. And I would like somebody, don't care who, to allow me to finish this thought, make me another survival check. Or I will accept an insight check, which sounds weird, but it'll make sense in the future.
I'll do insight.
Yeah,
Go for it.
survival. 24.
Motherfucker, I got a 23.
15.
I got a 26.
That's like the third time you've been shafted today.
Yeah.
And they're all in decent rolls.
So, for those who have made the survival check, you know, it's already been known and noted that, like, this dungeon has been explored before. So, humanoid footprints, you know, you do see evidence going throughout that adventurers have traveled through here. That has been a knowledge that I have not brought up every time it comes up, because honestly, you guys already knew that. However, it is really important in this part. With the combination of survival and insight, you can see the tracks and evidence of people messing with things and stuff going deeper into the cave, and it goes beyond this point. You can see that the cave keeps going forward, and then that this breakage goes off kind of like to the left. And with the combination of insight and survival, you guys realize that this breakage probably happened after the initial exploration, meaning this kind of branching path has not been looked into yet. Would you guys like to go towards the way that hasn't been looked at, or keep following the trail? Okay.
Yeah.
We should split the party.
No!
I will kill you.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, but, there was also just the off chance that you were going to be like, oh yeah, we'll send the other team that way, and I was going to be like, okay, but I wanted to double check just in case.
Yeah, we're going down the path.
Yeah, you guys kind of step into the crumbled debris of where this cave-in had happened, and you guys notice that the environment almost completely changes. It's still a cave, it still definitely looks like, very hardened and ancient sandstone, all of that, but it gets really strange. You see that there are blooming plants and vines that were not in the previous part of the cave. And also with your pretty high perception rolls, as you get a little bit further into the cavern, you see that there is large, dried out, flaked pieces of scaled reptilian skin. Kind of like when they shed in pieces throughout. And the plant life in this area, I'm not going to make anyone roll for it because this is something that you've seen, kind of look reminiscent of when you guys were in the Aether Spine, but then also some of the plants here look like home, Xander.
Interesting.
There's like a blend of biomes in this part of the cave. There's the regular plants that kind of can bloom in like a drier environment, especially near like beaches. There are some like ferns that you guys saw that are like pink and blue and purple that you saw from the Aether Spine that depending on how you look at them, they sort of shift. And then there is a little bit of what you would call razor fern, Xander, from Petrus, which they're basically like a plant where the leaves are basically made out of like really, really thin crystal, and they are very brittle, but if you like accidentally touch it in the wrong way, you can get like a pretty nasty like cut from them.
I harvest those plants. And by me, I mean Vivian.
I can help with a survival check. What is your survival check, Vivian?
+6. I am not proficient in it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can help you. I have a +9, but that way you can get advantage.
Yeah.
I'll give you guidance, too.
Go
this
ahead
guidance
and roll
is going to be quite literal. Don't touch it here, or you're going to cut your fucking thumb off.
So I'm making a survival check?
Yeah.
Yep, with advantage, with guidance.
Okay, with advantage, with guidance, that is a 20 +4 +6 for 30. Could not have possibly rolled better.
I'm assuming Chess is putting it in loot.
Yep.
Hey, quick question to Vivian. Do we perhaps want to use that tea that you got before we go any deeper?
I love tea, so I'm always down for that.
If this thing spits liquid gold, that's going to be quite hot.
Sure, let me double check that the fire resistance does last for 8 hours as well.
It does. All the effects on it are 8 hours.
Okay.
I don't think I wrote it for the resistance, but the implication was that all of the effects are 8-hour effects.
Yeah, you specifically wrote it for Burning Hands and the Speak with Animals, or Speak with Cats. But yeah, okay, so fire resistance for 8 hours. Yeah. She'll sit down and she will reach into the bag and she'll pull out a little tea set. All of the cups do not match, as they have been gifted to her by many various people or occasionally taken as payment for services rendered. And over the next 10 minutes, she will prepare some tea for everyone. If anyone tries to help, she slaps your hand away.
How far into the tunnel are we at this point, by the way? I forgot to ask.
You maybe walked about, stepped 20 feet in before stopping and kind of harvesting some of the plants.
No, I mean this cave system, at all.
Oh, cave system fully? I would say maybe 300 feet?
I'm going to have Leo and his team get any tentacles that we didn't directly decide to keep with us outside so we can take it with us.
Yeah. Since you guys have stopped for a few minutes, a little bit afterwards, they come in behind you because there aren't many branching paths in the initial few hundred feet of the start of the cave, and hearing your orders, they will start safely bundling them up and pulling them out.
Hell yeah. Gotta love the collection team. Alright. We have a nice spot of tea.
It's very
Get
good.
some cheeky fire resistance. Now we should continue on, I suppose.
And as you guys enjoy the tea, it is a, spiced citrus tea, so it's very, orange kind of flavored with, a nice, sweet spice kick to it. It is rather pleasant. But everyone drinks the tea, gaining the aforementioned effects, and we will continue on. Oh, sweet. Oh my god, this is gonna be great. As you guys proceed forward, the cave starts to actively change shape as you're walking through it. Not in a way where it stops you from proceeding forward, but you notice that in places where it's kind of short and you guys maybe don't have to crouch or anything, but it would be right up to someone's height, especially since Johnny is 6'8", almost 7 feet tall. The cave will get taller and give you more space. And then if you all try to walk right next to each other, the cave gets wider. Not too terribly much, but just enough, and it kind of undulates and flexes around you. You can hear the sliding of rock and this weird magical noises. And then I would like all of you to make a group consensus, so you can take a moment to discuss it, on simply high or low.
Hi, 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 hi,
Hello.
hi, 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 Hi.
Okay, I got it.
Hi.
Okay, cool.
Hey, Jess.
Hey, me.
Oh, wow.
I'd like to go high, please.
Okay.
Mickey's been outvoted.
Yep. I was hoping Meadow would stay with me, but I guess not.
You're going down a path.
Dakota
I
was
can
here, he
follow.
would, I'm sure.
No, he would probably vote high as well.
I got a 54, which is 4% into high.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? You all doubted me.
No, we didn't. Literally only one person doubted
Alright,
you.
give me my staff of power.
No.
And by staff of power, let's just say, my penis.
So.
See, I thought you were going to leave it implicitly and I was going to have to finish it, but now I'm kind of glad that you finished it instead.
I'll always finish my penis for you, Joey.
Thank you.
There is a spark of. The best way I can describe it is inspiration. All of you are curious and being pulled forward through this, little half-explored dungeon, finding a new part of it. You could say that your curiosity has peaked, and the surrounding area is responding to this. And right in front of you, as you guys are walking forward, the ground starts to crumble in a circular kind of spot. And it's obvious enough where you guys can stop and focus on it, maybe even preparing for a fight. And you guys see the ground in front of you break, and something starts to rise out of it. At first, it is maybe weird looking. It looks like a little spire, a little white spire, but then it continues, and it looks like the lid of an urn almost. Very strange, but then slowly but surely, something that you all have definitely seen before raises out of the ground, the shape of a teal and golden teapot.
Helio?
Yeah.
Helio.
So excited to announce that this is the first time in a campaign that Helio has ever shown up twice.
Ooh.
And this also is only second campaign.
He's been in other campaigns. I've brought him up multiple times. As you guys see Helio's teapot rise out of the ground before being delicately placed on rolling golden clouds. The lid of the teapot starts to rumble and shake, and just as it did last time, it pops off, rocketing seemingly to nowhere because it goes through the ceiling. Part of the bit is that it always does the thing where it suspends up in the air and then comes down when he leaves. And you see a little, what looks like a elephant made out of the, stereotypical fine china porcelain material pop out of the teapot. And recognizing you this time, he is not afraid of you, and he, does a little cute trumpeting noise of an elephant, and Helio's blue ears pop out, and he goes, "Hello, Silver Lining!"
Show me your wares, Helio.
That was perfect delivery, Groove.
Thank you.
Absolutely peak. Show me your wares, Helio. It's gonna be stuck in my head.
Helio, again, as usual, pops out, sits on the edge of his teapot, and he goes, "It is so good to see you again, but as formality strikes, how's your adventure gone so far? You know the rules. I only show up when you need me. What are you up to?"
Johnny rips off his shirt and screams into the air, "Show me your wares, Helio!"
blinks a few times, and he goes, "You know that I'm like a real individual, right? Like, this isn't like a ritual. Like, you can talk to me. We can conversate."
He is just, if you just start bringing them out, we can talk while you're bringing them out. He's not gonna be able to focus until they're out here. We're doing well. We're busy. We just killed the Skinari. It's a very exciting time for us.
Oh, excellent. Wow, you have come so far since the last time I've seen you. I mean, just visually, his eyes like glow for a second before it diminishes, and he goes, "Much stronger indeed." 1 second, and you see him fall fucking backwards back into his teapot. And he actually peeks his head up and goes, "Actually, Silver Lining, it's not often I get to meet adventurers twice. Would you guys like to see the store?"
Yes,
Absolutely.
Yes.
And Kin Helios smiles, and he goes, "Excellent, give me 1 second." And he ducks back into the teapot, and you hear some, like, rustling that sounds like, I don't know, dropping a marble into a glass cup. You hear his familiar make more trumpet noises of concern, and then he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, dear. Here, move out of the way, though. Scoot, scoot." And after a few moments, he pops his head back up, and he says, "Excellent." And he actually steps outside of the teapot. In any of the games also, he never, like, leaves sitting on top of it. He always is either sitting on it or partially in it. But he actually steps out of it, and he hovers, like, an inch off of the ground when he stands. And he is going to touch the rim of the teapot and then pull on it, and it almost seems like it stretches and manipulates, and it turns into a vaguely teapot shaped, I guess the best way I could describe it is like, it looks like a teapot version of the teacup rides at Disneyland. So it like expands outward, and the seemingly infinite interior shifts and changes into looking like a widened teapot with a bunch of seats. And he goes, "Sit, I will take you there. Don't worry, we will come back to the same spot when we return."
Johnny sits in the seat. "Okay, but your wares better be where we're going."
"Oh, in fact, there'll be more wares than the last time. But please, sit, sit. Everyone get in, everyone get in."
Xander looks to Leo and says, "This should only take a moment. This is a friend of ours. Go ahead and set up a perimeter. Don't let anything past you."
"Got it. Holy shit." And he, like, starts jogging off to get everything set up.
Hell yeah. And I'm gonna sit.
I'm gonna take the unconscious body of Lysel and strap them to the chair.
Yeah.
So we're ready.
Yeah, you guys all sit in the teapot, and Kin snaps his fingers, and the lid falls back over the teapot, perfectly kind of keeping you all in a dome. And then Kin goes, "This is going to be something super fun later. I might have an adventurer pitch it as an idea for something." And a little wheel comes up in between all of you, and he goes, "Spin it." And he starts pulling on it.
Johnny rips that fucking wheel.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we're ripping that fucking wheel.
Together, we rip the fucking wheel.
Yeah. We rip the fucking wheel.
And everything starts to spin very, very fast. You can feel the force pulling on you. And you can feel the world, like, shift magically around you, and a golden, glittery, like, smoke fills the interior of the teapot. And then you can feel the sensation of falling for a brief moment, and then you, like, some of you even kind of, like, lift off of your seat a little, and Kin goes, "Keep spinning it, don't let go of it now." And after a few moments, you feel a force as if the teapot has suddenly, like, fallen and landed in, like, water or something. You wiggle and kind of wobble a little bit, And then he lets out like a pleasant little sigh, and he goes, "Ah, wonderful, we're here. And I need everybody to make me con saves."
10.
Joey, what's your charisma bonus now?
+3.
A DC on this?
The DC is 15.
Oh. Vivian upchucks her last 7 lunches with a natural one.
18, 21, 19, 18. And then you said you got a natural 1.
Yeah, a total of 12.
That's still pretty good for a natural 1, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yeah, for those who, fail, which I think is just Vivian, but I don't know, Lysel isn't here. Vivian, you
That's what she
go...
gets for not grabbing on the side.
You go
Lysel
to,
got
like...
a natural 2, so I doubt they succeeded either.
You, throw up, but then when it, like, comes out, it literally turns into, like, a, bluish, like, glitter. And...
Oh, that's vile. She gathers it up and puts it in the bag.
Yeah. Literally just like, oh, that's interesting, gathers it up and puts it in the bag. And, the top of the teapot, lifts up, and, you guys see that the world around you, it looks like a, beautiful, like, a field filled with like wild flowers, but then the area encompassing is completely mist. You cannot see the sky, you cannot see the tree line at the edge of whatever field this is. There is a little stream that runs through it, and there is a quaint little bridge that goes over the stream. The grass is like emerald in color, a kind of blue-green, and the mist is cooling to the touch, but it doesn't like completely obstruct the entire place. It's just mostly congealed around the edges, kind of like a Dark Souls fucking fog wall, or a place that you cannot go into in Silent Hill games. And there are little golden or light blue mage lights that dot the path that lead to this very pretty little house. It almost looks like a cottage, but it has like a circular door that has a bunch of like intricate metallic like shapes on it, and you can see a glow coming from inside. And there are patterns. The little cottage is like kind of weirdly round in shape in some places, but otherwise looks like a normal house. It has a pointed roof which almost leans to the side, kind of like a witch's hat. There are a bunch of again, little mage lights, and there are lanterns that dangle down from other places that have like a bunch of these little lights in them. And Kinhelia will say, "Follow me, Silver Lining." And as he leads you towards the door, he puts his hand on the door handle, and as the light comes from inside the cottage and he goes to turn the door handle to push it open, we will start off next session with getting to see the physical in-store location of Kinhelia's wares. And we will end session right